you guys doing today, man? Listen, I'm here. That's it, man. I'm here. I was at the gym. I rushed my ass home to make sure that I got a chance to go live. I did post on my Instagram. If you guys don't know what my Instagram is, I have two. My personal is educated__hustler. And then, of course, I have my business one, which is Hustler Taught Me. And I made sure that I got the chance to actually rush here and just make sure that all right, yeah, I did that. I sent those. I wanted to make sure I could rush here and at least give you guys a video. I'm gonna pull up the chats. I'm very exhausted, but I miss y'all, man. And I'm gonna be honest. I had a really good conversation at the gym today. All right, I got this chat up. What's up, everybody on Hustler Taught Me? What's up, everybody on Educated Hustler? If you guys don't know, man, and if you guys could, definitely go ahead and subscribe to my new channel, Brandon the Hustler. Brandon the Hustler is a channel that I created really for my mental health, but also to just assist with others that are having the problems that I'm having, which could be the problem of just being consistent, the problem of dealing with being a provider as a man, being an entrepreneur. I give a lot of insight. I'm working on this channel, working on building on the channel. And this is a really good channel for you to get some type of insight into my life on the mental health side. Mental health is really important. I was at the gym today and I was talking to a guy, DJ Cool. What's up? What's up, man? I'm glad you caught a live, bro. I'm glad. Is this the time you're usually available and free? What's up, man? I hope you had a great day. I was talking to a few people at the gym, and if you guys don't know, so number one, this live today, honestly, as you guys could probably see by this whole mess right here, I had a long day, okay? Shipping packages, trying to make sure that I am doing audits. As you know, I'm very particular about how I start my week, and I usually start my week to make sure that I'm auditing, making sure ain't nobody stealing from me and stuff like that. Very, very hard day. Post office didn't come to the warehouse. I had to ship about maybe 14 big ass boxes my damn self. Plus I literally spent half of my day in the car. Filmed a video for you guys, the top 10 products to flip in February. So I did that, and that took a lot of energy. I didn't get to eat today. I want to know something. Don't tell nobody I told y'all. But somebody made me this food. Shit is nasty. This food is nasty. I was hungry. Yo, it ain't nothing worse than coming to the crib after a long day, like, yo, I'm finna eat, bro. Like, I'm hungry. And then getting home and then being like, damn, this shit nasty. And then the person looking at you, you know what I mean? And you just like, yeah, it's so good. This food is great. This food is great. It's spectacular. I'm kind of joking. I'm not really joking. I'm honestly being truthful. But anyway, guys, so we're going to be doing a Q&A today. I didn't get a chance to even sit in front of the desktop and get a slideshow for you guys and create anything. But I did on my Instagram ask for some questions for phone flippers and resellers. If you guys haven't, make sure you guys go ahead and check out my Instagram. So it's Instagram. My Instagram is educated__hustler. Check it out. Here it go, because I got to do better at promoting my dang self. It's educated__hustler. And then, of course, I have my other business one. This is the one you message me on, because I'm not going to see your message on Educated Hustler. I ain't going to cap. This is the one you message me on. Message me on this one. I see all the messages there. All right. Now, I do want to say something, though, man. To whoever blowing up my store phone, stop calling my store phone, man. Now, I know we family and all of that, but it's been some people playing. It's kind of annoying. Please cut it out, bro. What type of food is it? Man, DJ Cool, listen, bro. It's potatoes, seasoned salt sprinkled on some type of liquid. I think this is beef broth, and then some meat. Some meat. You know what I mean? Some meat, bro. I don't know. That's why I ain't eating it. All right, I'm not eating it. I'm gonna throw this crap down the drain. This is going down the garbage disposal. Facts. But no. So nevertheless, guys, it was a really good day. I was playing ball, right? And I ended up running into a few people. I do this all the time at the gym where I end up listening to conversation, talking to people. Obviously, you know me, trying to be a motivator instead of just minding my damn business. And I came across some really cool people. So if you guys are watching that I met today, man, shout out to you. All right, so now let's get into this Q&A. And if you guys want to talk to me, man, this is the perfect time. Ask me whatever you need to ask me. I really enjoy talking to you guys. So I only chose 10 questions each, phone flippers and resellers. I didn't get a lot of phone flipping questions. But I did get some reselling questions. So what products are actually moving right now? So I got a video coming out tomorrow. It is the top 10 products to flip in February, but I do want to actually address this real quick, right? So there's a lot of people out there that watch content creators, and I just want to ask you guys, how the hell does it make sense for somebody to know what the hell sells in February and January, or whatever month they're making the video? I just really want to ask you guys because I want to understand, okay? Y'all got to help me be a better content creator because I suck at this, okay? Well, I ain't gonna say I suck at it, but you know, I'm trying to get better. But look, so how do you make a video of top products to sell in February that ain't February? Like, come on, bro, stop the cap. Stop the cap, okay? You don't know until you actually can do the numbers. So I did the numbers today, and I have a video coming out tomorrow. But I will tell you this: one of the best products that sold for me moving into this month, ironically, obviously, it's just the pods. The pods have been selling really, really well. Shout out to everybody that's went to the website and brought them. They're $14 each. But another product that I did not really realize was going to sell is this, okay? And these are old. These are old. Now, don't mind the mess. All right, I didn't get a chance to do nothing. All right, I got boxes here. I got tape, school projects. I got the calendar for my daughter's school. Listen, I'm a dad and an entrepreneur and a struggling one at that, okay? But this has been selling well. Distributors actually sent me about 500 pieces and about maybe 100 look like this. So, you know, that's been an issue. But these have a seat dials have been selling well. What I like about them is they're not expensive. They're pretty cheap. I'm able to sell these on Poshmark. That's my favorite platform right now, Poshmark. But, you know, they come in bags like this, and then they obviously come like this, okay? So these are the Labubus, all right? I like them. They sell pretty well. So, yeah, that's cool. Now, how much do they sell for? Well, we could actually do that research right now, right? We could do that research right now because I don't even want y'all to take my word for it, right? Let's actually do the research, right? How much do these Poshmark dials sell? We can say have a seat. My kids better be asleep. Boo-boo dial. What's up, TikTok? All right, so, all right. Now, yeah, they sell well, okay? Now I will say, and y'all know I keep shit 100. I don't know if they're authentic, so I don't really ever sell them as authentic. There's too much propaganda going on. Do I think they're authentic? No. I don't think anything's authentic, excuse me. I don't try to put labels on any of my products. I ain't gonna cap because I have no way of telling if a product is 100% authentic because I don't get it from authentic suppliers that are licensed. I don't. Y'all want me to lie? Like, no, I don't know. But I've never had no issues. I get 5-star ratings all the time. Never get chargebacks or returns. That's just what it is. Because what I do is I make sure the quality is great. Like, come on, man. It's just a dial, but they sell well, right? Like, obviously. So this On Poshmark, I sell for $20 right now. I was selling it in December for $35. Yeah, $9. I can get you this as low as $6, depending on how many you buy. Cool, okay? Oh, and if you got, no, I'm not trying, I don't want to seem salesy, so I'm not doing it. I'll be trying to like, y'all know I'm a hustler, right? So like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all can get 20 Labubus right now. And the reason I did that was because in December we were selling a lot. All you gotta do, wespoi.com, and then go over to Resellers Kits, and then go over to trending, and then right here. So $249, and honestly, guys, all you do is let's click the list. Let's click the listing. Yo, my computer has been really acting slow. I just don't know what's going on. Oh, 25 Labubu. Excuse me. Excuse me. We can do 20. Just sell them all for 20. Now it comes with a wide variety. So you got Coke Labubu dolls. You got the rainbow. You have the have a seat one, a bunch. But 20 times 25. You're obviously going to be making your bread back. That's not a problem. Some of them sell all the way up to 35. The Coke Labubu dolls sell up to 35. I feel like I'm sticking on this question for a long time. Let me move on. Let me move on. We're gonna be all night because y'all know I can talk. How much money do I realistically, that was spelled wrong, need to start reselling electronics? So to start reselling electronics, you got to realize, like, reselling electronics, it depends on what type of products you're trying to acquire. To not give you a bullshit answer and skate around, I'm going to say, if you're trying to really start making bread and you ain't trying to be a quitting, fake ass side hustle, but scared halfway person, I say start with like 300. You know, I was talking to somebody at the gym today, and I'm so hyped because this is my first day back at the gym. And I know y'all probably don't care, but I suffer from, like, I don't want to say no like problem, but I do have really, is it such thing as like having bad mental health? Who that? Make sure nobody trying to rob me or nothing. But is it like I have bad mental health sometimes, and exercising and stuff like that helps me. So I'm really hyped about going to the gym. So I went to the gym, and it was a guy that asked me the same question. And I told him it's not about the bread. It's actually about the product. So you can start with $10 if you have a connection to get $10 worth of something that people want, and do it. But I would start with like $300. I would get a bunch of products in bulk. I would start selling them. If they don't sell online, I go straight to a pop-up shop or a flea market, sell them, figure out what products were selling good for me. Then I just keep repeating the same thing. Branch off eventually to another product, obviously, but I'm gonna keep selling what's selling for me. Just like, you know, in general, you do what works for you, continue to do what works for you. I'm not God, right? So I will never try and lie to y'all. I got the exact answer on what you need to do or how much you need to spend to start. Nah, that's cap, right? But I will tell you that from my experience, reselling is something you could easily do with $300. That's a fact, okay? Okay. I feel like I'm not showing no letter Hustler taught me. What up now? What's up, Hustler taught me? What's up, y'all? What's up? All right, so next one. Is it better to sell cheap items fast or high-ticket items slower? That's a good question. So I would always sell cheap items faster starting out because it's all about capital, right? Like I see that a lot of people, and I don't want to get in the phone flipping, but a lot of people in general with products or business, they quit when they don't see any type of movement. And I think that is why a lot of people are failures in business, because people need something to remind them that what they're doing works. I don't operate that way. I feel like if I'm doing something for a long time and it's not working for me, I need to adjust how I'm doing it. And I know to some people that may sound kind of stupid, right? Well, Brandon, why are you adjusting? Why not just quit? Well, because if I'm setting out to do some shit, I never want to think to myself, what if? To give you guys a good example, like I'm doing a webinar February 5th, right? And it's a webinar for phone flipping. And I don't have a lot of people that joined because I haven't done a webinar in a while, and I don't like promoting things. Like, I don't like it. Like, I just wish that people just knew me, right? But that's something new for me, like a live webinar and selling seats and stuff. But it's cool, right? A few people is great to me. But that's something I did, and I suck at it. I'm not doing good at it. But it's something that I learned. I'm like, all right, B, it's because you're not holding yourself accountable to let people know, right? So things like that. Like, you want to always make sure that you're selling faster over selling slower, especially when it comes to high ticket products. High ticket products are great, but they don't really actually stick if you don't have a brand. If your brand is just a regular brand, people aren't going to trust you in the beginning. They're going to become skeptical. When they get the product, they'll look for that one small detail or problem, and once they find it, they want their bread back. That's just how it works, right? So build your brand up first. So that's how I would actually answer the question, right? What mistakes are getting new resellers banned? My listing got removed. My listings got removed. So great question, right? First, let's get that elephant out the room. Great question. But also, if your products are getting banned or you've got banned, well, it's because you're probably somebody that doesn't listen. You're probably lazy as far as you think that you're going to list fake ass stuff like product cologne, fake ass clothes. You're trying to skate around a system of a platform that you don't own. And I'm saying it in this way, in this harsh reality, has to set in with certain people, because I get people asking me all the time, hey, well, when could I sell the Prada sunglasses? My guy, why would you sell the products? And this is what I say in my head, but I don't say it to people, but I be thinking to myself, you know how like somebody is asking you a question, you're like, bro, I just went over this, but you're just not listening, right? I be thinking to myself, why the hell would you sell some fake stuff that you know for a fact has a logo that isn't actually authentic, and then complain when your stuff gets taken down? Bro, like, come on, like, tighten up. Stop trying to chase fast bread, because fast money don't last. I tell people this all the time. I had a bunch of fast money growing up. I've watched basketball players that played for college before college players started getting paid. I have friends that are in jail right now because they were scammers, because they didn't want to actually grind and wait for their chance to go overseas and make money. And it's the same thing with reselling, right? There's a bunch of people that can't wait. They feel like they're entitled. Like a lot of you guys watching this right now, including myself at a point, felt like you were entitled to bread. You're not entitled to no money. Money does not just come to you, right? It takes time, okay? How do you go about testing quality? You order samples. So that's a good ass question, DJ Kulov. So how do I actually get my test products? So what ends up happening, right, is this, right? Lie to you not. This was the first Labubu I ever got, this type. I told the guy I don't want it. So what ends up happening usually, since I have a really good connection with suppliers, they'll email me or they'll call me and be like, yo, Brandon, how are you? I'm good. Okay, well, just letting you know, we have new product. Oh, nice. Yeah. You want to try? Or they'll be like, you want to try, bro? No. Or what is it? I'll give you a really good example. And this is, should I do a video on this, DJ Cool? Do you think I should do a video on this? Listen, guy calls me today. He been calling me for the last 2 weeks talking about new glasses. Facts. It's fact. I want y'all opinion. I need y'all help because I don't want to spend his money for no reason. Okay? He like, yo, I have Meta Ray-Ban glasses. Stick with me. Unbranded. I said, what? He said, I got the glasses that work just like Meta Ray-Ban, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm not paying for it. And I'm not paying for the sample, right? You got to think about it. I gotta pay for shipping. I'm not paying for the sample. I'm not banned, right? This guy, I said, send me pictures. He sends me pictures. Let me see if I can find them. He sent me pictures of some glasses that do look like the Meta Ray-Ban glasses, but they only got cameras on them. No, do they? No, they don't got cameras on them. They only have AI voice. Smart glasses with. Maybe we can go on AliExpress and find them, right? Let me see. But yeah, it's like, so I don't know if I should buy them because, to answer your question, I get samples by recommendations, AliExpress. So people they just literally be like, hey, this sounded good. This sound real good. This sound real good. I'll be like, what is it? Smart glasses. This sound real good. You buy and you make a lot of money. I swear that's what they be saying. I'm not even trying to mock. It's literally like this. This is literally what it look like. I'll change this. This is literally how it look. Facts. Like this. Right here. Right here. Like this. But no camera though. Hold on. It's like this. Yeah. It look like this. But it ain't that price. But it look like this. Bro. The fuck I look like getting this bull crap, bro? They don't got no camera on it. Ain't no camera on it. This tough though. I don't know what the glasses he got. Oh, I'll buy it. I mean, I think I look pretty nice with glasses. So I would get this because this turns, I like that. But nah, so usually what it is with suppliers, the way they make their bread is they'll consistently go and they'll start to, oh man, shout out, hold on, who just followed me, man? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, man. Hold up now. Damn, my notifications is going a little crazy. Hold up. I just want to see one thing. Shane, shout out to you. What's popping? Thank you for the follow. One Capo, shout out to you as well. So they send me products because they want to get ahead of the curve. They help me get ahead of the curve. Right now, there are some products that I'm testing out. I don't bring it to the internet. I have so many more products than I ever tell you guys because it would just seem like I'm AliExpress. It would seem disgenuine. Cases and all these things. Anything you need, I got. I just want to make that clear. Anything you need, I got. That's a fact. But I just don't, not everything sells. Like that's one thing I love about myself is that I'm 100% with you. Not everything sells that I have. Like speakers, horrible. And they always trying to sell me speakers. You buy this speaker sell. I promise you, this speaker sell. It looks cheap, I know. Man, those speakers don't be fucking shit. It's a fact. I've been trying to get some good speakers like JBL, bro. Like that don't be working, man. All right. What mistakes are getting new reselling? Wait, did I answer that? Oh, just being a liar. That's that. How do I price my products so I sell without racing to the bottom? So are you saying how do you price your products without going broke? I broke this down in the video. I'm not doing it right now. I'm not gonna lie. Like then I gotta talk about profit margin. I gotta do math. To give you a simple answer, use a profit margin calculator. If it's a low ticket item, something that's under $20, I gotta get rid of this food before this person come back, bro. Oh snap, sorry. I would try to, so if it's a low ticket item, anything under $20, I would inform you to make sure you are having like a 65 to 75% profit margin. If it's a mid ticket, we would bump that down to like 55, 60, 62%. If it's a high ticket like AirPod Maxes, or maybe it's something that's like it costs you like $60 or maybe $50, then the profit margin probably go 35, 50. It all depends, but I use profit margin. That has saved my life. I used to go broke because I used to just price products on how I felt, and it didn't work out well for me. What platform should beginners focus on first? You need to focus on a platform that focuses on you. And I know it's hard. So what I would do is I would just test all platforms. Right now, Poshmark is working better than eBay for me. And I don't even do videos on Poshmark because I'm scared. Like, I feel like Poshmark is going to like be a one and done, but every week it makes me money and actually pays for me to do certain things. Like, it paid for a whole year of my LA Fitness membership today. I just paid off my LA Fitness membership today to make myself actually go. And it all came from a Poshmark deposit. That was pretty lovely. So yeah, I would just test and then you focus on what's selling for you or what platform is selling for you. How do I know if a wholesale product is even worth buying? You don't. That's the part of actually becoming a reseller. That's the part of reselling in general. Oh, I love this question. I feel like going on a rant, but I'm not. So you never know. You never understand if the product is actually going to sell for you, and that's the beauty of it. Because you make one wrong mistake with business, you could go broke. You make one great decision, and you could actually make an extra $2,000 to $10,000, right? It is a gamble, but a lot of you guys gamble with your lives every single day. When you walk outside, you could get hurt, but you don't, right? You take the precautions when you do certain things that when you go get your brakes done from that little shanky rinky dink mechanic and they do them brakes while you're in the car and they just raise your car up. Listen, I get my brakes done like that sometimes. Now I usually go to the dealership, but still I trusted them brakes, man. I just hit them a little, pump them brakes up a little bit, man. What my mechanic said, I used to pump them brakes up. Thank you. Here's your 30. I used to go to Safe Auto. I used to get them brakes my dang self, boy. Man, listen. But I trusted them, and I probably shouldn't have, But I did, and it all worked out. Thank you, Jesus, right? So, again, I think that you have to just take the risk. Yeah, I brought some barista bears, and they was, in term of the bottles, looking good, but the cap and straw was off and the wrong color. Yeah, you gamble, and you learned, though. And you want to know something? You brought some cups. They didn't quite look like the quality you were going for, but I bet you won't make that same mistake, and that's a fact. And also, I bet you can still sell them. You just got to get in front of a customer that needs them. That's a fact. That's a fact. It's called liquidation. You can liquidate any type of product. You just got to be able to put that product in front of the right people. That's what I love about race. You know how many times I brought bad products? See, that's the funny dang thing, bro. Like, I get on this damn internet and I see a lot of people chatting, man. I see a lot of people acting like they're living a life. But it's like, we don't be talking about our failures, huh? We ain't going to talk about how we just sat there and lost thousands of dollars because we made the wrong mistake. We ain't going to talk about how we was arguing with our girls, so we didn't even go into the store and we actually had somebody stealing right up our nose. Or we don't talk about how we lost or got our car repoed. We don't talk about how we sat there and struggled. We don't talk about how we feel less than a man because we ain't living up to the expectation that we feel we should. We ain't talking about how we can't go on that trip because we ain't making the bread we need. We ain't talking about how we struggling to keep going and we want to quit, but we ain't. We ain't talking about none of that. We gonna just keep talking about what's selling. No, fuck that. Bro, don't be working now. Don't be working. Let's make that clear. Let's make that clear. Don't be working. Yeah, you just want them off your hands. I feel that. That's a fact, bro. Like, shit don't be working, and that's for real. Like, people be struggling out here, including my dang self. That's why I told this guy today so one guy was like, yeah, I make $100K a month. I'm like, no, I blatantly said, I said, no, you don't, right? And, he explained what he was saying, but it's like, I be telling people like, how much money do you make? That's the answer people ask me. I mean, the question people ask me, not enough. Not enough. Not enough. That's how much. Not enough. Not a lot. Not a lot. My kids earn not a lot. I got a lot of expenses, you heard? A lot of expenses. The more money you make, the more money they take, and that's a fact. Not a lot, not enough. Well, why not? Because I don't have a work ethic. What do you mean? I'm not good enough. And I'm okay with that because I'm working my ass off, bro. I'm online right now, on live, after going to the gym without getting in the dang shower yet, and also tired. My legs hurt. My legs hurt. I kind of don't got no energy, but I feel kind of good right now. I feel kind of good right now, but I'm still going because I understand yesterday I ain't go live. Yesterday I ain't go live, so today I'm going live. Because I gotta be better than what I was yesterday, that's a fact. And if I didn't go live, I would be having nightmares in my motherfucking sleep, slapping myself because I didn't actually do something better than I did, than what I did, the previous day. And that's a fact. That's how I actually look at it, bro. I'd be damned if I let somebody else outwork me or if I cheat my damn self expecting some type of reward or me to be that great guy. Man, fuck out of here, bro. If I'm gonna go and motivate people and talk my talk, I need to make sure that when I do fall short, I get my ass back up and I work 10 times harder. That's a fact. It's a fact. I can't answer a damn question without being damn motivational, huh? How do I know if a wholesaler, do I need an LLC or a business license to start? Really? Really? Let me ask you a question. I remember like it was yesterday. It was raining. I was locked out the crib because I forgot my key. Okay? I live with my mom. It was raining bad. You know how that type of rain when it like starts soaking your hoodie to the point where you start, like everything start getting drenched, right? So I had to get under one of the neighbors' cars and lay there. I remember for the basketball team, I needed a certain pair of shoes because everybody had to wear uniform shoes. I had to sell to a pawn shop my Xbox and I think GTA had just came out at the time. I had to sell that just to make some bread to get me shoes. It ain't about my sad story. What it's about is when people put up barriers in our fucking way, we gotta think about the shit we've been through. Do you think that I'm gonna let a motherfucking person tell me what the freak I need when I done struggled my ass off and I'm looking for a way out? Do you think that I'm gonna allow anybody to get in my way? To answer your question, you don't need a goddamn thing but your hustle, okay? You don't need an LLC or EIN, you will. You need a business account, you will. You need to pay taxes, you will need all of that. But not to start, bro. Grind, hustle, man. Get this shit from the muscle. Don't ever let nobody tell you what you need, bro. I remember my first phone store, boy told me, oh, hey, Mr. Jones, you cannot get these phones. I'm sorry. I thought that we could work with you, but you need it was some like little permit. And then I had my staff go out and put tables out. Cause I'm a hustler, bro. We not sitting in the store. Get y'all asses outside that store and let's make this money, man. Y'all getting commission. Let's make this bread. I'm out there with you, 10 toes down, facts, in traffic. Hey, come over to the store. We got drones. We got hoverboards. We got da-da. I'm out there, bro. Facts. I'm a hustler, you heard? I'm not waiting for nobody to walk in my store, right? Boom. We got tables out. We out here hustling. Person come up that work for the city. Hey, here's a ticket. You have a $500 fine because you need a permit to sell on the sidewalk. God made this sidewalk. Well, this is... No, I didn't say that to him. I didn't argue. I just took the ticket. But in my head,
Well, this is city property.
Man, no, I did get the permit. But the point, I just scooted the table back a little bit and we still adjusted, right? Man, we always find a way, and that's my point, bro. You don't need not a gosh dang thing to start. How long did it take you to make your first consistent sale? 6 months. You know, when I first started, it was hard for me. I was a failure consistently. But you got to remember, I didn't start reselling. Like, I started with Wake Up Now. Then I started phone flipping. Like, I started doing one of them pyramid scheme things. So I started, like, by signing people up, holding conferences, thinking I was going to get rich and all that. But I didn't make consistent money till, like, 6 months after I listed my first product. I was scared because I felt like I was going to be broke. Then after I made a little something on eBay, I was like, you know, this ain't going to last. So then I started going to flea markets every weekend, every day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all day. So like from 7 a.m. to like 3 p.m. Yeah. So it took a while. It would never take you that long though, because these day and age, this, like back in the day, like I feel old. I keep reminding myself of Unc status, bro. But back then, the consumer market was a little slower. Now it's just very, very sped up. What's the biggest difference? I'm not even reading comments, bro. I'm drawing. I've been really thinking about getting out of reselling though, switching to a different business model. Maybe doing software only because I kept drop shipping maybe my bread, and I don't like having products in my hand. I'd rather drop ship. Yeah, see, that's the thing, bro. And I can go on a whole rant about that. I think that I'm gonna make a video about that. That actually kind of made me upset, DJ Cool. I'm a little upset with you right now because what you're talking is a whole bunch of what people think, and it's sad because I get you. Like, I understand what you're saying, but hear me out. This point where you're like, oh, I'm thinking about getting out of reselling. Let me ask you, are you a quitter? Are you somebody that's a quitter? Did you not put in enough work? Did you not come this far and see money, hopefully, a little bit? See, here's the thing, right? And I don't want to go on a whole rant, but I will say this. Drop shipping is for people that want results that will never come. I can show you, if I wanted to right now, that every single drop shipping software right now, AutoDS, all that bullshit, all of them are literally just funneling products from Amazon and eBay. All of the drop shipping softwares are a scam. Drop shipping is stupid because you as a person don't have any leverage or any brand. You're not curating any type of asset. If you go to an accountant and say, oh, I'm a drop shipper, they're going to think you're a joke because you have no inventory, bro. You're just literally a middleman. So I wouldn't say quit. I would just say that you're not doing good enough, and not in a disrespectful way, but maybe start reselling something different that people in your area want. My question, if I was in front of you and me and you were like talking, I would ask you a simple question. I'd be like, how many times did you go out and sell your product yourself? How many times did you actually set up a stand somewhere? How many times did you actually go up to people and say, hey, can I rent a spot at this place? How many times have you actually sat there and tried to build your brand before you actually talk about quitting? That's what I would ask you, right? Because having products on hand makes you somebody that will always be able to trump competition. Because see, if I have a charger or chargers in my hand, I know for a fact that the person that's drop shipping can't beat me, because I can always get my ass up and sell that shit right now. That's a fact. That's a fact. I just want you to think of that, because I get you and I understand, like, when you don't see the results you think, and this is why I think that I do YouTube and shit. It's because, think about it like this, right? There's so many people creating false pictures, and everybody's staring at the picture. And everybody's staring at the picture and gaining an assumption that this is what it is. Think about it like this. When people start actually painting dreams or painting, hey guys, this is how it's supposed to be, right? And they're like, yeah, you're supposed to make 6 figures. You're not going to make 6 figures reselling just by yourself on eBay. You're not. That's only for unique working individuals that take this shit ultra serious. But a lot of us got shit to do. Let's keep it 100. No, it's all about how you build your brand, curate it, and utilize these platforms to actually boost you. But the main goal, let's be completely honest, for all of you guys watching, the main goal is not to go and sell on eBay, and that's all. Like, bro, use eBay as an income source, but we want to sell in person too. I want businesses to buy the products from me, not people. People don't make you bread. So instead of saying, I'm thinking about getting out of reselling, I would just suggest thinking about who you're reselling to. I mean, I see the money with reselling, but I see more money when I drop ship on eBay. I think that, again, I've never heard that before. I've never heard that before. If you see more money drop shipping on eBay because you're not making an investment on the product that you're actually selling, that to me would mean that your profit margins could be an issue. The fact that you're just selling on eBay could. But again, I would just think about who you're selling to. I didn't start actually making real money until I started working with cell phone companies and selling business to business also. I utilize Amazon DSPs all the time. Then those are like the delivery drivers and stuff. Like I sell to hospitals, healthcares, and things like that too. Like, and that's big money because they have contracts and they got to spend money. But again, all of these false narratives of, yo, guys, these are the top 10 products to sell and just drop tip them and you're going to be rich. No, you're not, bro. Do you think somebody going to give you game to make you rich? Like, hold on. Let's all of us, everybody, and as a collective, think about it like this. Do you think there's anybody out there that's going to give you game that's going to make you rich? On YouTube, I'm saying. Like, they're just going to give you the game. Do this, rich. You think they're going to do that? No, they're not. These people are trying to make bread. These people would not be on YouTube if the YouTube videos wasn't getting 31K, 6K, because that's how they make their motherfucking money. Facts. You know how I can keep doing this shit and getting 50 views? Because I don't make my money from YouTube, bro. I make my fucking money in real life. This is a fact. Sorry to bust the bubbles of some people, but, bro, people are creating these false narratives and people are buying them. But I understand, DJ Cool, what you mean, though. I do. I would just say consider actually mapping out your business plan and business model to actually becoming something sustainable. Because if you think that you're going to become great by just drop shipping, okay, that's my new thing. Okay. I mean, because who am I to tell you what you need to do to be great? I'm just me, right? But I'm just saying, just think about it, bro. Like, just think about it. I can keep going and I don't want to. So, I'm going to shut up. I'm gonna shut up. All right. So, what's the biggest difference between people who quit? That's crazy. And people who scale. The biggest difference between people that quit is people that quit usually are often looking for fast money. That's just that. Like, people that quit, they only do business because they want money. I know. Like, what are you talking about, Brandon? You sound stupid. I know. But what I'm saying is a lot of people only do business because they want money. They don't want a business. A business is a brand. Brands are like babies. Sometimes they cost you bread, and sometimes you got to sacrifice, and sometimes you got to look at that motherfucker and be like, yo, I wish I never had your ass. But I love you to death. And you make me a better person. I can't fucking stand your ass, but I love you. I love you. Not because you're doing me good right now, but because I understand a bigger picture and where we're going. I love you. Because one day you're going to grow up and be able to take care of me. I love you. So you got to look at your business, bro. I have a bunch of businesses that I've started, I made money with, but they weren't. I didn't control them. I didn't control them. Somebody else did. A lot of you people drop shipping, you don't have a business. You're literally just a middleman that is getting played because you're buying products from somebody that's reselling products that are getting it cheaper than you and just using you as somebody to just get the products off, and you're wishing, you're hoping you're getting sales. They're selling you products that don't fucking sell. It's a fact. It's a fact. And I could show you. I've done live showing you guys how drop shipping works. Drop shipping is complete bullshit. I'm just telling you. Now, what I mean by that is the image people try to portray or try to give you. That's what I mean. Not necessarily saying it doesn't work. It does, because I drop ship during seasons. Like Valentine's Day, I'm 100,000 kabillion zillion trillion going to drop ship. Like, I don't sell Valentine's Day stuff on a year-to-year basis. So obviously I'm gonna just go to Walmart and Target.com and find some stuff and sell it. That's just how it works, okay? People don't do research, so they're not gonna find out. That's how it works. Okay, now let's go to these phone flipping questions, guys. I think the bottom line with reselling is there's thrifters and resellers. There's also quitters. No, I won't even say quitters. There are people that are hungry and people that are greedy. People that are greedy, they want all of the food right now. People that are hungry, they understand to take their time because they're going to get hungry again. That's all I'm going to say about that right now, because I can keep going. I'm not doing it because I will make this live about five hours. What phones are worth flipping? I think I have a video coming out this week about that. I'm only going to give you one because I will go on and on. If I had a choice of a phone to actually acquire right now, I got a video coming out. Y'all, some UPS driver hit me up and he sold me like 17 iPhone 17s. And I got a video about that. It's an interesting story. I would buy the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Middle tier phone. Get it for around $350. Sell it for about $450, $425. Flip that, split it into two. Get me two iPhone 13 Pro Maxes or 14s, preferably 13 Pro Maxes. Sell them to people because they're obviously going to be unlocked. Sell them to people because obviously it can be used with every carrier. It takes SIM cards. And take that bread. I probably sell those two iPhone 13 Pro Maxes for about $275. That puts me almost at the $500 mark. And I would just then probably get 14s or 15s and keep going from there. But I definitely think the 14 Pro Maxes are really, really good. Yo, I don't know how people sit in front of these cameras and stream all fucking day because it hurts your eyes. It's kind of annoying. What are you finding? I guess you're trying to say, where am I finding phones without Facebook ads? Offer up Facebook. You don't need ads to find phones. You just actually need to know how to talk. Learn your 4 factors of InPost, 4 factors. Man, listen, I would just say to anybody that doesn't know how to actually talk, that's the first skill you should actually acquire when you're trying to like get phones. When I mean talk, I'm not trying to be smart. I'm talking about negotiate, right? I can negotiate with the best of them only because I've lost negotiations, and I literally, before I even started phone flipping, I wanted to learn how to negotiate. I think that's a really important thing for any type of resellers, knowing how to talk, because bro, people would take advantage of you, man. I had so many people when I was 19 years old take advantage of me. Like, yeah, I understand, DJ Cool. We good, bro. We good. You gonna be successful either motherfucking way, man. What you talking about? You got this. You got this, bro. I've had people take advantage of me. Quick one. My first phone store, Indian guy was my landlord. He comes in, he says, "Hey, your store's doing great." I say, "Yes." He said, you keep paying rent on time? I said, yes. He said, what if I told you I can get you multiple stores? My dumb, stupid, eager behind, that's not really stupid. That's just a hustler.
You can get me more stores.
Yeah, I can get you more stores. But I want to see if we can partner. What does that entitle? Oh, well, you won't have to buy the screens yourself. I'll split everything, all expenses. Really? Yeah. Okay. The guy calls me into his Honda. It was a nice ass Honda. It was a nice ass Honda. He had a Honda and then he had one of them BMWs or Mercedes with the hatchback. It was a nice ass little, yeah. But I got in his car. It was like 3 people in the back seat. He was like, sign this. I'm thinking I'm finna get rich. I said, where the pen at? Bro, I didn't sign my damn store away, bro. He had him and his whole family on the damn contract, bro. I should have negotiated better, man. I would have been a really good store owner if I would have been able to negotiate, but I didn't know how. And if you don't know how to talk, bro, that's gonna come back to you, man. Because people will finesse you out of your motherfucking shit, man. Bro didn't tell you he was going put on. Yeah, bro, like he told me, but he said like we gonna go to the car because he did, you know, when it's employees, they don't need to hear all of the business. That was really why. But yeah, it was people. Them Indians stick together, bro. Like they real business savvy. And then, you know, long story short, I ended up confronting him like, yo, why would you do that to somebody that's younger than you, trying to like build their business? Like, why would you come and try to steal my business, my name, my brand? Like, why would you do that? Now, I didn't say it just like that. I was a hothead back then, and he said all Americans are dumb. That is something I know is traumatic to me because he said all Americans are stupid. You guys have all this opportunity, and foreigners like me come here, sell gold, and take over while you guys stay broke. I'll never forget him telling me that. He told me that. And that broke my heart, bro, because he is right. Like, I felt like I was obligated, and, you know, lo and behold, bro, lo and behold, um, I'm sitting here trying to grow and build, and I'm thinking that I need to get it from somebody else instead of hustling myself, bro. Us Americans, we do lapse, and we are really, 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 some of us are really stupid when it comes to like, we are so entitled. And he's not the first foreign to tell me that, because there was a Chinese guy, and I still have he's my landlord at one of my stores, and he told me, in one of my stores, I painted a wall black, and it's a chalkboard wall, so all of my customers can sign their names and stuff, right? So I paint the wall black. He comes in, he says, why'd you do that? And I said, because I wanted to. In China, that no good. I said, huh? He said, that no good. That's bad luck. I said, oh, like, I'm going to do it. I want. That bad luck. I said, oh, okay. He said, come here. I said, okay. Because I'm a sponge, bro. Like, I'm really cool, and I really love information, right? So, like, you know, you have to learn money. What do you mean? Well, you think money guaranteed, money not guaranteed. You need to learn 10 commandments of money. And he started breaking down a lot of stuff. And yeah, guys, like, Americans, we kind of are, oh, well, I don't need a job. But the foreigners will come, get their job, build their bread up, use their money to make more. So I kind of understand it. You know, if I'm being devil's advocate, I kind of understand it. But it was harsh, very rude to say, hurt my feelings, and affected me in a traumatic way. I'm not scared to say that, right? Is it better to sell locally or to wholesale buyers? Depends on the phone. I prefer to sell locally. I know, right? That's a shocker because, we have the phone flipping buyers price list, but I never come online and try and sell something to y'all that don't work or something I wouldn't use. I use the price list, but I don't use the price list to always sell phones. Sometimes I use the price list to figure out what phones are actually selling or what price to actually charge people. I use buyers to my advantage. I'm not loyal to none of my buyers, and some of y'all are subscribed, so I'm sorry, but that's the truth. I don't care about you. You do what I say when I say because I have the leverage, and that's a fact. And you can act like you don't know, but that's a fact. A lot of buyers, they move when I move for the phones I have because it's the phones I have. And I'm not saying that they need me, but I also don't need you. I got other ones, and that's a fact. I built and bust my ass, spent a lot of money to get these connections, and I would never let somebody try to tell me I need them. And buyers have told me that. They have. How do I avoid getting scammed when buying phones? You don't. I think that being scammed is one of the best things to do or to have done to you as a buyer for a certain period of time, right? Like, I remember I got scammed and I've never done those mistakes ever again. So I would say, like, don't go into to deals trying not to get scammed. Make sure you do your checks to make sure scamming isn't even in the cards. But if it happens to you, like, don't try to start flipping phones scary. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't be one of them people where it's like, oh, I don't know about meet him. I don't know. He's black. You know what I mean? Like, don't be one of them people that's like ultra scared, right? But if you do get scammed, it will hurt, but you'll bounce back. And you trust me, them scam, when you get scammed, you learn. I got scammed a lot, and I ain't never made them mistakes again. That's a fact, bro. Like, being somebody that gets scammed, I feel like that's gonna happen to anybody. But meet people in person, meet people in public, go meet people in front of cameras, check the phones, ask for IMEIs before you meet up. Make sure you have a checklist. Make sure you bring somebody with you. And don't be scared to actually stick up for yourself and be like, I need more time to check this out. Give me a second. Don't let people rush you. What do you do with phones that have cracks? I just have my repairman fix them. But if I was just a regular person, if a phone has a crack, I'm going to just sell it to the buyer for the crack price because I brought it for the crack price or lower than market value. How much profit should I expect per phone realistically? $50 at least. It better be what you guys are getting. I hope you guys aren't getting nothing less than that. Don't be like one of these fake ass phone flippers talk. Well, I take $10 or $20. That's why a lot of these phone flippers ain't even online, bro. Like, this is a fact, bro. Like, it's a fact. It's a fact. You want me to show you? Y'all be thinking I'm capping, bro. A lot of these phone flippers aren't on this platform no more. They're not on YouTube because they're done selling their $199 or $197 course. Go subscribe to Brand the Hustler, y'all. I drop motivational content here. I talk about stuff that's going on with my business. I share a lot of the mental aspect of the hustler mindset that I have. But look, if you look at phone flipping, there ain't nobody doing videos on phone flipping really. And if they are, they're just not really doing a good job because I don't see them. It's like, I'm playing. But nah, all jokes aside, ain't nobody really, like, come on, bro. Nobody really, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, ain't nobody really flipping phones no more or making videos on it because they don't know how to do it. Like, flipping phones is not something you just do. Like, you have to know how to negotiate, bro. Like, the days of you, hey guys, I'll teach you how to do Facebook ads. Those days are over, bro. You don't need no damn Facebook ads to flip phones. How much? What carrier models are easiest to fix? I like that question. Oh, no, it's easiest to sell, I guess. T-Mobile is one of the best companies to buy if you're looking to flip phones because T-Mobile always has customers trying to upgrade. I usually use T-Mobile as a pawn because T-Mobile is one of them companies that is always growing in base. I'm getting tired, y'all. I'm not even gonna cap. How do I scale from flipping 1 to 2 phones a week? You hold yourself accountable. You do better. Because if I'm flipping 1 or 2 phones a week, that means I'm not pushing myself. Why am I doing the same exact meetups, the same exact offers, the same exact habits? Like, I gotta start pushing myself a little more. You feel me? So to be honest, bro, just lock the game, bro. Set quotas. If you were doing 5 offers a day, set it up to 10. See, the way business works, the way you scale is by doubling the input to get the double output. And I know it doesn't sound like it will work. It does. It does. Over time. What's the biggest beginner mistake phone flippers make? Trusting everyone and trying to be nice. When I, my students that I have, they be so nice. Bro, they be so nice. Oh my God, Brandon, I don't know why this person said that. They said no. Bro, tighten up, bro. It's cool, bro. Just being nice. Stop asking people personal. Hey, how are you? They don't ask them that. Or, hey, is this still for sale? Don't ask them that. If it's listed, assume it. Give an offer. Close deal. Stop being so personable. I know. It may sound bad, but it's not. How did you... Because when you're not as personable, you're mysterious. When you're mysterious, people don't know how to play you. They're more cautious. How did you turn phone flipping into an actual business? Without going into a whole story, trying to make it short. I'm trying not to like say too much that like it becomes cliffhangers and then I gotta address it. The way I started flipping phones to turn into an actual business, I realized that people will pay for devices that they don't have if they can't afford it or don't have the credit to get it via carrier. So I started realizing that in order for me to really start flipping phones, I need to be able to negotiate. I also need to be able to meet people, but I need to meet people in a place where I can meet multiple people all at once or one after the other. So what I did was I started realizing that if I was going to flip phones, one, I got to get phones that are locked to carriers people actually have and don't or aren't able to upgrade. I could be the one to swoop in, give them a phone. Then I realized that, I only can meet about 6 people a day. That's capping me out. I'm only making like 300. In the beginning, I was only getting one and a half or even 2 phones a week. So what I started doing was I started training people I know on how to flip phones, and then they started buying phones around me. Then I started doing it in different states with like different people I know. Then I stopped selling phones and I kept the phones, refurbished the phones, sold them to businesses. Then I started connecting with T-Mobile reps. Then I started like buying phones from stores when people didn't like the trading values. And then I kept like building off of like demand, supply and demand. Whole story, but I really have a whole... I just kept digging for more and better ways. You know what I mean? Like I lost probably over last year. Man, I lost over 50,000 selling phones, flipping phones. Reselling, I lost probably, it was like 20 something. But with every loss, you get a gain, right? So yeah. Y'all, I am really tired. Oh man. This light is kind of bothering me. But yeah, y'all. So I think that's gonna be it. Damn, we was on for 1 hour and 7 minutes. I like that, man. Thank you guys for tuning in and tapping in with me. Thank you to everybody that liked the video. I really appreciate you guys, man. I love y'all, man. It means so much to me. It really does. You know? And lastly, and I'll leave with this, right? Like, you know, I struggle with my mental health, and I know I said that in this video already, but I struggle with mental health. Yeah, I appreciate you, DJ Cool Up. I really do. And why I'm bringing this up is because, you know, right before I went live and came home, I know I keep talking about the gym, but I sat in that gym and I talked to a young man, probably younger than me or maybe close in age to me, and I could see the depression on his face. I didn't say it to him, but I could see it. And I could see it because while everybody was around me and I was talking, everybody eventually left. And then he stayed. And he kept asking the several questions. And I just want to say, like, coming from somebody that deals with mental health issues sometimes, and I know a bunch of us do, last week I did something that kind of made me feel a little better. I've been really feeling sad because I'm not getting the success that I really want from YouTube. Like, I feel like I'm really just not getting better, right? And I also realized that I'm around people in my free time that aren't really waking up to accomplish anything. And then, of course, you know, I indulge because I'm trying to like be really discreet and not draw and give away some stuff. But like, I realized that there's more distractions around me than I actually realized. And sometimes those distractions distract you from actually your higher purpose. And sometimes as men or women or whatever, I don't really speak for women, but as men, we get really, really like on ourselves because we feel like we're running out of time, we're getting older. Sometimes we get depressed and we feel like we're not worth anything. But I just want to remind you that your money doesn't determine your worth. Getting money just shows who you were from the beginning. And I also want to say, like, just because you're struggling right now don't mean that you're going to be struggling a week from now. You know, it only takes you actually acting and becoming a better version of yourself to actually build and not stay in the same space. Don't ever make yourself a victim. You know, whenever I feel like a victim, and I said this before, I go in front of a place like CVS, Walmart, ShopRite, Publix, Whole Foods, and then what I'll do is I'll be upset. I may cry, but then I watch other people just walking in and out of the store with their families and stuff, and then I remind myself, like, just because I'm sad, it doesn't mean that the world is stopping. And then I think about, for me, my why is my daughter and my kids, right? And I really specify my daughter because I think I've told this story plenty of times on live, but I had a female employee that had to work for me even when she felt uncomfortable. And it wasn't because of me, it was because of a manager I hired. And when I found out, I handled it, you know what I mean? But I never want anybody to feel like they gotta work somewhere or they gotta do something that they don't want to do because they're trapped. DJ Cooloff said, I feel you, just turned 22. Oh, okay. And I feel like that often, but I feel you gotta have a strong mental with business in general. Yeah, because business will kick your ass. Because, you know, even me, bro, like I'm watching videos and it's insane, bro, because I'm watching videos and I see an idiot. Let me not say idiot. Let me be nice. I see a guy selling ebooks online and 100K followers, people freaking buying this bullshit that this guy is selling courses to teach people how to sell ebooks. And it's just like really upsetting because I take so much time to try and like really be thorough and show as much as I can without, you know, putting my staff at harm and me. But I try so hard to like bust my ass to put out consistent videos and be consistent. And, you know, sometimes I don't have time to edit videos because I'm working too on my, real life business, and also being a father and stuff. And it's like, sometimes I get upset because I put a lot of work in, but I don't feel like I get shit in return sometimes, bro. And then that shit weigh on you heavy. You feel me? But it takes a really mentally strong person, bro. And sometimes I want to run away from it and just lock in to like a game or something. Sometimes I do. But like what I've realized is like those distractions don't do shit. Like you always gotta come back to reality. And you're 22, and I want to give you this before I get off, bro. Because let's say I don't talk to you next live or whatever. I want to give you this, DJ Cool. It doesn't pay to be real, if I'm being honest. Yup. People just want the low-hanging fruit, bro. Yeah, you're right. You are absolutely right. You are actually right. And you want to know something? You want to know a secret? People want the low-hanging fruit, but I'm just not willing to go that low. I feel like I came too far. Like I'm not willing to get a DHgate link or buy products on Temu and review them. Like I'm not willing to do that. I'm not willing to do it. That's a hard reality for me. I'm just not. I've tried to like talk myself into it, or I'm not willing to do Amazon FBA. Like I'm not willing to do certain things that don't match with who I actually am, and that hurts me. But I want to give you something. You're 22, and I'm very proud of you. I don't know you from a can of paint, but I will tell you this. I'm proud of you because from what you're saying and the things that you have explained, you are actually on a path that I wish I was at when I was 22. But also I want you to remember that you're nowhere near finished. And also I want you to remember that you are in a developing stage. So no matter what results you get, you need to do better. And also, please promise me that you are going to monitor your metrics, which are just monitoring the numbers that you're making. Because when I was that young, I wish I was actually looking at the numbers. And then from those numbers, what you do, right? Is I just want you to promise me that you, in some way, whether it's your notes in your phone, some way, total sales, we're talking about eBay, I guess, right? So do total sales, I would say do impressions, so views, clicks, total revenue, net and gross, like, and compare every single week. And then when you're comparing every single week, see what patterns you have, like what is going down, what's going up. Like start monitoring and stuff because that would tell you a lot about your business, bro. And I wish I would have knew that at that age. I wish I would have knew to inspect what I expect. That would have really helped me. It really would have. But whatever, right? We can't do nothing about the past, but not repeat it if we can. I'm finna get my ass washed and go to bed. I'm about to eat some apple pie first. I made some apple pie. I am addicted to apple pie, guys. Interesting. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. It's all good, bro. It's all good. I don't rely on anybody to do anything for me, y'all. So I had to learn how to make apple pie, and that's that. I'm about to start selling pies. It's like, no, but I'm about to eat some apple pie, which I probably shouldn't since I went to the gym. Damn it. I gotta start eating healthier. I'm getting too old. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Treat myself, man. I feel like I did pretty good today. I could definitely do better. But yeah, I appreciate everybody tapping in, bro. Tuning in. I love y'all, man. Thank you for liking the video. Make sure you guys are tapping into Brandon the Hustler, my YouTube that I'm building. And also, yeah, you like apple pie too? Yeah. I used to hate apple pie, believe it or not. So one of my kids say, Dad, can we make apple pie together? I was like, nah. All right, come on. It was during Christmas. I love doing events with my kids. And I can't stop making it. It's so good. But yeah, man, I appreciate you, DJ Cool. I appreciate everyone as well. And I hope you guys have a good week. Let's keep it going, bruh. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.